everybody. I'm Yoga Terry, and I'm here and very happy to have you joining me for some kids yoga. So if you don't know anything about yoga, that's fine. This is going to be really basic. We're going to learn some things together, and you only ever do the things that are comfortable for you today. You never force, and I just want you to feel good. I want you to feel better at the end of our yoga practice than you did at the beginning. So yoga itself is all about peace. So I always like to wish you peace, and I'll invite you to do the same thing with me. So if you take your palms together in front of the heart, we will bow and we'll say, I wish you peace. I wish you peace. Thank you. So now, yoga itself is a practice that helps us to stay healthy. So we are going to move the body around. It helps the body to stay strong and flexible, but it also helps us to feel calm and peaceful. So when we practice breathing techniques, learning and practicing breathing techniques can help the mind feel really calm and peaceful. So let's start with that. We'll start with some breathing techniques, and we'll be very simple by beginning with 3 deep breaths. Now, before we start, when we breathe, if possible, I'm going to ask you to breathe in and out through the nose. But if you're stuffy today and you need to breathe through your mouth, that's perfectly fine, okay? So sit in a way that's comfortable for you. Maybe you're sitting cross-legged if that feels good, but try to have a tall spine and relax the shoulders. You can even have your hands on your knees if you like. So let's start with 3 deep breaths. So let's breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. So we're still going to take a few more deep breaths. This time, let's take one palm to the belly and the other palm to the center of your chest. And this will allow you to feel your body get big as you inhale and then relax as you exhale, okay? So one hand on the belly, one hand on the center of the chest. 3 more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. Good. Relax the hands down. So one thing to remind you of this during the day, sometimes we feel like maybe we feel a little bit stressed, or maybe we're upset about something. Using deep breathing can really help us to feel a lot more calm, okay? So we're going to do another breathing technique, and these are called angel breaths. So when we do this, we're going to interlace the fingers, see? So we're going to interlace the fingers, and we have the hands together, and the knuckles, okay, are going to go underneath the chin. And we call them angel breaths because we're going to move the arms, and the arms are going to look like wings. So we're going to do this together. Inhale, breathe in, and those elbows go up. The arms look like wings. And as we breathe out, the elbows will just come down. Do it with me. Breathe in, elbows go up. Breathe out, elbows go down. Breathe in, elbows go up. Breathe out, elbows go down. Very good. And then release the hands, okay? So, excellent. We're going to stretch the legs out in front of us. So what I will do is I'm going to move sideways a little bit, and then you can see me better. So, yep, I think you can see me. You can see my toes a little bit there. So we're going to sit nice and tall, okay? The legs are extended. Relax the shoulders. Just have the hands down beside you. And we're going to point the toes away from the body. And then flex them, pull the toes toward your face. So the toes kind of point up and maybe a little bit more toward you. So point the toes and then flex the toes. So we're pointing them away and then we're bringing them back toward the face. Maybe they point up toward the ceiling a little bit more. A few more times, pointing away and then pointing up, pointing away, and then pointing up. Good, good. So now, point the toes again, and use your toes almost like you're making circles. Almost like you were drawing the letter O with your toes. And this moves through the ankle joint. So we're warming up through the feet and warming up through the ankles. You should always warm up a little bit before you exercise. And then we're going to circle in the opposite direction. Very good. And then just shake the legs a little bit, and you can massage them a little bit. Very good. Now, from here, we're going to move to all fours. So we're going to look like a table, okay? So let's do this. We're going to move to all fours. Again, I'll make sure you can see me. So I have my palms flat. I have my wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. So I do look like a table. We're going to start warming up the spine with cow and cat stretches. Now, this time I want you to watch me because I'm going to practice it a few times and show you. And then we'll do it 3 times together. So watch me first. So on my all fours, when I breathe in, I look up a little bit and I let my belly get big. This is the cow posture. And then when I breathe out, I bring my belly in toward the spine and I squeeze the belly in and I look down a little bit and bring my back up toward the ceiling, making it really round. Watch again. When I breathe in, the belly gets big and I look up. When I breathe out, I draw the belly in and squeeze it and I look down. Okay, so this is helping us to stretch the back. So cow first and then cat. All right, so let's try this. Come on to all fours and we'll do it 3 times together. So as we breathe in, look up and the belly gets big. Breathe out, squeeze the belly in and round the back looking down a little bit. That's like a cat. Inhale, breathe in. Looking up, exhale, rounding the back like a cat. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time all together. Breathe in and breathe out. Very good. Now come back to that table again so you look like a table. So now, again, I want you to watch me because I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm still going to breathe in for the cow and let the belly get big. And then when I breathe out, I'm going to lift up my hips, and it's called a downward facing dog. If you've ever had a dog and you see the way they stretch in the morning, it almost looks like that, which is why it's called down dog. So it's also going to stretch the back, and it's also going to stretch the legs too. So watch. So this is going to be cow and downward facing dog. But watch me first and then we'll do it together. This time, I'm curling my toes into the mat so that they grip onto the mat. So when I breathe in, I look up and the belly gets big. And when I breathe out, I lift the hips up toward the ceiling and press the hands away from me. I look like an upside down letter V, downward facing dog. Watch me again. I'm going to release the knees down to all fours. Breathing in, I look up and the belly gets big. And then when I breathe out, I press the hands, I lift the hips, I press the hands away from me. So the hips go up toward the ceiling like an upside down letter V, downward facing dog. Okay? So I'm going to come back to all fours just like you guys. So all in our table. Curl the toes into the mat so they grip. And as we breathe in, we look up, the spine dips, big belly like the cow. And as we breathe out, this time we press the hands, Lift the hips up toward the ceiling. It's okay to have the knees bent a little bit, and we look like an upside down letter V. Release the knees down. Breathe in, looking up. Breathe out, press the hands, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. One more time, release the knees down, coming to all fours. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, press the palms, lift the hips, downward facing dog, stretching the back and also opening up and stretching the legs. Very good. Release the knees down. Good. And then sit in any way that's comfortable for you. So, we practice the cow and the cat, and we practice the cow and the downward facing dog. So the belly moves in and moves out every time we breathe. And we've stretched out the back muscles and stretched out the spine, and we've warmed up. So let's stand and do a few things standing. So let's stand up, okay? And we're gonna start in what's called a tall mountain pose. So when we stand up tall, we wanna have good posture. We don't wanna be slumping, okay? So we're gonna stand tall, we're gonna relax the shoulders, and we're gonna stand like a mountain. So the legs are very strong, supporting you. And we're gonna take 3 breaths here in our tall mountain pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. Now, we're going to stretch the sides of the body. We're going to practice a side crescent moon. So a crescent moon almost looks like a letter C in a way. So we're going to stretch the side of the body, and we'll do it all together. So inhale and take one arm up so it reaches toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, as you breathe out, make a diagonal reach, and your whole body looks like, almost like a little bit of a letter C, like a crescent moon shape. And breathe. So you're breathing in. When you breathe in, you feel a lot of stretch up and down the side of your body. When you breathe out, the body relaxes a little bit in the posture. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. So now, breathe in, tall. And then breathe out, release the arm, and we'll do the same thing the other way. So this time, use the other arm. As we breathe in, the other arm reaches up toward the ceiling. Relax the shoulder. As we breathe out, the whole body makes almost like a little bit of a C. So it's like a side crescent moon. And now we're stretching the other side of the body, and we're breathing. So remember, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Breathe in, reaching up, and breathe out, release the arm. Very good. So now you can just kind of shake out a little bit. Shake the arms, shake the legs, get nice and comfortable. And we're going to practice what is called a chair pose. So I'm going to show you first, and then we'll do it all together. So the chair pose will make us nice and strong in the legs, but we need to remember to relax the shoulders. So I'm going to turn sideways, and I have my legs straight and my feet are pretty natural distance apart. So they're not all the way together and they're not really wide. They feel good. Watch me first. When I inhale, I take my arms up. When I exhale, I bend my knees, and I'm sitting in what looks like a pretend chair. So I let my hips, my rear end go out to the back as if I'm looking for a chair to sit in. But I try to keep my body upright. I'm not leaning over. I'm trying to keep the body up, and I'm just taking the palms together in front of the heart. So this is a chair pose. And we're going to take several breaths here. It's good for stretching the back. It's good for making the legs very strong, but we want to keep the arms and the shoulders relaxed, okay? So let's try this chair pose together. So the feet are a little bit apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, sit in a pretend chair. Palms together in front of the heart. And let's breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. Now, inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. And exhale, release the arms down. So that was chair pose. That's a good one for keeping the legs nice and strong. So I think what we'll do next is called a ragdoll forward bend. So I'm going to step back a little. I want to make sure you can always see me. And I'll demonstrate it first, and then we'll do it together. Again, I'm going to turn to the side. So watch me first. I have my legs a little bit apart. Watch. I inhale and I reach my arms up. And when I exhale, I start to bend forward. I'm going to tell you in a little while, you're going to bend your knees a little bit. Okay? You can really bend them as much as you like. And we're going to fall forward. We're folding the body. We are not bouncing. We are not pulling or tugging or reaching or trying too hard. We're just letting the arms hang. And we're letting the head hang. And we're breathing. So watch me. I'm just going to stay here. Now, some people might touch the ground. Some people might be farther away from the ground. It doesn't matter. It only matters what you feel in your body. And I want you to feel a gentle stretch. So when we're hanging here, we're stretching the back and we're stretching behind the legs through the hamstrings, okay? So when we are here, we're going to take several breaths. And then when we are ready to come out of the posture, we're going to bend the knees even more and then uncurl. Okay? So let's try that. All right, so this is our ragdoll forward bend, because we're going to forward bend and just pretend to be a ragdoll. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, reach the arms forward and gently let the body fold. So we're letting the body fold. We're bending the knees a little bit. And we're just hanging, just like a rag doll. Some people might be off the ground. Some people might barely touch the ground. Some people might be on the ground. It doesn't matter. I want your rag doll to be yours. Doesn't matter about anybody else's. So when we're here, we're just breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Very good. Now, we're all going to bend the knees even more. The chin stays down and the arms dangle. So slowly begin to straighten the legs. Slowly uncurl your spine. Coming all the way up to stand. Gently bring your head back to neutral. Your regular head position, and we're going to roll the shoulders a little bit. Take them forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Again, forward, up, back, and down. Very good. So, we're starting to move the body in all different directions, which is one of the things that we do in yoga. So now, I'm going to show you a triangle and a strong warrior, and then we'll do it together. So I like to show you first so you have some idea of what we're doing, and then we'll give it a try together. So now, I'm separating my feet pretty wide, but not too wide where I feel like I can't stand comfortably. So I'm separating them, and the first part I said was called triangle, and you can pretty much see a triangle right now. One leg, the other leg, and then the mat, the space between the feet. So I've already created a bit of a triangle. Now, I'm going to turn one foot out to the side. Good. You're just watching. I'm inhaling my arms up, just shoulder height. And when I exhale, I reach toward the foot that I turned out. My hands can be above or below the knee, whatever's comfortable. And then I reach the other arm up. So this is called triangle. And we'll take several breaths there. We're really stretching the side of the body and we're stretching the legs. After a few breaths, then we'll come back up to the center, arms still there. And then the foot that's turned out, I'm bending that knee and looking over those fingertips. And this is a strong warrior posture. And we'll stay here. So we're strengthening the legs, we're stretching the body, all right? So now all together. So we're gonna do triangle and strong warrior on both sides. So first things first, separate your feet and see if you can see your triangle, because you've already made it if you've separated your feet. Turn one of the feet out. Okay, so we turned out one foot. We're gonna breathe in and take the arms up, shoulder height. And when we breathe out, we reach with the arms out toward the side where you turn the foot out. Your hand can go above or below the knee, and then the other arm can reach up toward the ceiling. So you create your triangle. Everybody is different, everybody is unique. Breathing here. So breathe in, the whole body gets bigger, it expands and stretches out in all directions. And breathe out, and then the body relaxes a little bit. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now, when you breathe in, come all the way back up, but we're going to keep the arms shoulder height. As we breathe out, the knee, with the foot that's turned out, the knee bends, and we look, turning our head to look over the fingertips, okay? So this is a very strong warrior. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once more, breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. Now, straighten the leg. Release the arms, and now we're just going to switch to the other side. So now, first we got to keep those toes all pointing forward, and now when we do the other side, the other foot will turn out a little bit. So the toes point out. Triangle first. We've already made a triangle, and we're going to stretch the body. Breathe in, take the arms up, shoulder height. Breathe out, reach toward that foot that you turned out. Maybe your hand is above the knee, maybe your hand is below the knee. Other arm reaches toward the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now, breathe in, come up to center. Leave the arms up there. As you breathe out, the knee with the foot that's turned out bends, and we look over those fingertips on the same side. So here's our strong warrior. So the arms reach out, the body is in kind of a lunge, and we're breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out. Once more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very good. Now straighten the leg. Release the arms. And then use your feet and we'll walk in, walk in, walk in. Good. Now, we're going to practice a tree pose balance. Okay, so before we balance, you can always be near something. So if you want to be near a wall, or if you have a chair near you and you want to have the tall back of the chair so that you can hold on to it, that's fine. I want you to be safe, okay? So we're going to separate the feet a little bit and put the hands on the hips. We're going to take all the weight to one side, and we're going to bend the other knee and turn it out. And look, my toes are on the ground, okay? And I even the toes are on the ground, and I use my heel kind of leaning up against the ankle of the opposite, the standing ankle, okay? So before I even balance, I mean, it's can be challenging just with the toes on the ground. I want you to have good posture, standing tall, and I want you to look at something that doesn't move. It might be a doorknob, it might be a picture on the wall. I want you to relax your shoulders, and I want you to breathe. Now, as you're breathing, because you're breathing in and breathing out, as you're breathing, if you're comfortable, you can start to slide your foot up a little bit so the toes come off the ground. If you feel wobbly and the toes go back down, that's okay. As you get comfortable and you're breathing, you get very strong in your body, and you also stay calm in your mind. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, anytime you wiggle and lose your balance, it's okay. It happens to me too. You go right back to your starting again and put the knee out, the toes on the ground, lean the heel on the other ankle. And one more, breathe in and breathe out. Good, so that's your tree pose, okay? So let's shake out the legs and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So only a little space between the feet. Now take all of your weight to the other side, to the other leg. Bend the opposite knee and turn it out. Toes on the ground, lean the heel against the ankle of the standing leg. Hands on the hips, that helps. Look at a focal point, something that doesn't move. Maybe a doorknob, maybe a picture in the room, just something that doesn't move. Hands on the hips, breathe in, breathe out. Keep your eyes open and look at that focal point. You can always start to slide the foot up if you like. You can always put the toes down if you feel wobbly. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Very good. And release. Shake out. Okay? And now we're going to sit back down on the ground. So you might even try to separate your feet really wide and put your arms out. And you can, some people sit right down. Some people put their hands down just to help them. Sit comfortably again. Okay? So maybe your legs are crossed if that's comfortable. And we're going to do a very gentle spinal twist. So in yoga, we move the back, the spine. You know about the spine. It's all the way up the back. It's from the neck all the way down to your tailbone by your seat. Okay? So we're going to twist it now because we did some rounding, we did some arching, we did some side reaching, but we also want to twist. So sit and have your hands on the knees. Now, what I'm going to tell you to do is take one hand and put it on the opposite knee. And then what do I do with the other hand? Put it behind you, maybe on the fingertips or with the palm down, whatever's comfortable. Inhale and sit up really tall. As you exhale, gently let your body begin turning to the side. So you're creating a gentle twist. Look at a focal point, something in the room. Maybe it's a light, maybe it's a doorknob, maybe it's a picture, but maybe it's a book sitting somewhere on a table. Look at one thing and take a few breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Return to your starting position. So now we're going to twist the other way. So this time, take the other hand. Take the hand on top of the opposite knee. And the hand that's free, put it behind you, either on the fingertips or on the palm. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale slowly, no forcing, slowly let your body begin turning the other way. Let your eyes find a focal point. Any object that does not move, maybe a doorknob, maybe a book, maybe a light in the room. Just looking there and breathing. Breathe in Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. Come back to center and release. Okay, so now we're going to go through a final relaxation. So after moving the body in all those different directions and doing a lot of breathing, I'm just going to let you relax. Okay, now, when you relax, you might, and I'll show you, you might relax on your back. So you might lay down and separate the feet a little bit and let your palms face up toward the ceiling. Another choice, because you have choices, some people like to bend the knees and have the feet on the ground and then lay down, and sometimes it helps you to feel more comfortable having your back pressed down. Again, palms facing up toward the ceiling. If for any reason you'd rather have your palms facing down, that's okay. So I want you to move on to your back, either with the legs straight, feet separated, or with the knees bent and the feet on the ground. All right, I'm going to sit up and I'm going to guide you through this final relaxation. So get yourself settled, get comfortable, wiggle around, make any little movements that help you to get comfortable. And I want you to focus on your breathing. Now, you might feel comfortable and close your eyes when you're relaxing on your back. Or, if you like, you can leave your eyes open and maybe you're just kind of looking up toward the ceiling at something. Whatever's comfortable for you. All right? Now, I want you to find a place on the inside. And the place that I want you to find is your breath. Because we're always breathing. And the breathing is the key to keeping the mind calm and peaceful. When the mind is calm and peaceful, the whole body feels better. Okay? So, begin to concentrate on your breathing. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Let your body relax. Breathe in, breathe out. And feel the belly move up and down as you breathe. So slow, deep breaths. Slow, deep breathing helps the body to relax even more. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax the feet and legs. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax the belly, the chest, and the back. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax the hands and the arms. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax the shoulders and the neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax the face and the head. Breathe in and breathe out. Say quietly to yourself, my whole body is relaxed. Say it again, my whole body is relaxed. Say quietly to yourself, I am calm and peaceful. Say it again, I am calm and peaceful. And take a few more breaths and relax. So let's take some nice breaths, breathing in, breathing out. A little deeper, breathing in, breathing out. And very gently wiggling your fingers and toes. So as you're still on your back, you're just kind of waking up the body. So you wiggle your fingers and toes. And maybe as you're on your back, you let your head gently roll from side to side. And then you stop your head at center and you bring your legs together. Your legs are still on the ground. And then reach your arms up and over your head on the ground behind you as if you're giving yourself one big, long, full body stretch. And release. Very good. So now I want you to roll over to your side and slowly come up and sit comfortably again. So just give yourself a moment. Take your time when you come up from being laying down. You just want to come up. And maybe you cross your legs, whatever's comfortable. Sit up tall, relax your shoulders. And let's again bring the hands together at the heart. So I want to thank you so much for practicing yoga with me. And I want to bow and say, I wish you peace. So let's do that all together. Let's bow and say, I wish you peace. And thank you very much. Have a really good day. Be happy. Enjoy. And I hope you try this yoga video again sometime. So now I'm going to get close to you so that I can stop the recorder. Bye-bye.